guys, how's it going? Welcome to another video on the channel. Today we have the Carabao Cup semi-final predictions. Before we get into it, just want to quickly say, my hair's not greasy, I've just had a shower. Second of all, if you're new, subscribe to the channel because we have loads of content coming up soon. Carabao Cup predictions today. On Thursday, we will have the FA Cup Round 3 predictions with Philip, and coming within the next two to 3 weeks maybe, depends on how quickly I can edit it, 2 weeks minimum. That's the aim anyway. We'll have F1 2021 predictions with Philip, and then when the Conor McGregor fight comes along, we're going to be doing a prediction for that. I don't know whether Philip will be with me for that, but we'll definitely have a Dustin Poirier versus Conor McGregor video going up. So without further ado, let's get into this very, very important video for me and for many of you watching. So, as you can see on the left of me, we have Spurs versus Brentford and the Manchester Derby. The London Derby, Manchester Derby. Two important games in this competition. We're going to start with Spurs versus Brentford. I am a Spurs fan, I don't know if you can see it on camera, there's a bit of change in the room, so I'm having to sort of film it closer to me. But Spurs versus Brentford. Quite frankly, I'm shitting myself at this game. I know it's Premier League versus Championship, but Spurs have just beaten Leeds. We just beat them 3-0. Sort of a kind of rotated side. Still a strong team though, and I expect a strong team to play against Brentford. But Brentford are not playing this week. Bristol City have cases of coronavirus within their squad, and the game got postponed. So Brentford, whether they was going to rotate their team against Bristol City for the Spurs game, doesn't really matter anymore because they can put out a fully fit and strong side. Obviously Ivan Toney's been playing brilliant for them. Mbembu, I think that's how you say his name. De Silva's a quality player in midfield for them as well. So definitely some threats for Brentford, and they're going to go all guns blazing. They've got nothing to lose. There's a one-legged tie at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. So if they can even go through on penalties, it'd be fantastic for them. The last time these two sides met was back in 2000 when Spurs got the better of Brentford, winning 2-0. Also in the League Cup, I think it was the round of 32 maybe. Oh, I can't really remember. I did just search it before I filmed this. I think it was round 32. We beat them 2-0. I can't remember who scored because it doesn't tell me in the app I use, but this is completely different. Spurs in the Premier League have been up and down recently, obviously losing to Liverpool, Leicester, drawing against Palace, drawing against Wolves, but we just beat Leeds, so I suppose the latest result is a confidence booster for Spurs heading into this League Cup semi-final, compared to Brentford, who haven't lost an away game in 7 games. The last time they lost was to Stoke, 3-2 away at the Bet365 Stadium, who we beat in the last round. But Brentford are on a bit of a roll. They've beaten some playoff and promotion rivals recently in Cardiff and Bournemouth, so they have some momentum behind them, Brentford, and as I said, I am very scared for this game. I don't know why, I really don't. It should be a confidence game, but it's a semi-final and Brentford are going to go all guns blazing. They have nothing to lose, as I said. When I was making the graphic for this, I went with my instincts. I didn't think of a prediction until it got to me writing the predictions in, and my instinct was 2-1 Spurs. No penalties. I think Spurs could just scrape through. Again, even if you're a Brentford fan, that's nothing to be embarrassed by. You will take the fight to Spurs. There's nothing that you can't dispute that. Philip's prediction was 3-3 and Spurs to win on penalties, but because he's a Fulham fan, he could just be saying Spurs to win on penalties. But if it goes to penalties, I don't have a good feeling. I really don't, because we've only won 1 shooter, and that was earlier in the League Cup beating Chelsea. But we lost to Norwich last season on penalties in the FA Cup, so I don't think I'll be able to handle a penalty shootout. Especially because it's a cup final that's just around the corner, and being a Spurs fan, any trophy will do. And now moving on to the second game in the semi-finals of this competition, the Manchester Derby, Manchester United versus Manchester City. A fantastic game coming up here. Solskjaer versus Pep. Last time these two sides met was in the Premier League not too long ago, and it was 0-0, and it was at Old Trafford. So a decent result for City, you could say, considering how Manchester United have been playing recently. The last time they played was yesterday, as I'm filming this, 2 days ago as this goes out. They beat Aston Villa 2-1. You could say Villa were unlucky not to get a point. Don't know how that was a penalty for Manchester United, but we'll speak about that more in the Premier League video that comes out next week. Manchester City haven't played yet. They played Chelsea at Stamford Bridge, which is a tough game for them. I think it'd be a draw personally.
The backlash makes me horny.
The last time Manchester United lost to an English team at Old Trafford was 1-0 against Arsenal, when Arsenal beat them through an Aubameyang penalty. But recently, that game and the Spurs game has turned their fortunes around. They're second in the Premier League, only on goal difference though, because they have a game in hand over Liverpool, to be fair. So if they win that, then they go top. But recent results at Old Trafford, they beat Leeds 6-2, beat Wolves 1-0, beat Aston Villa 2-1, so 3 tough games, and they've come out on top. Whether they deserved it or not in the Wolves and Villa game, I'm not too sure, but doesn't dispute the fact that they've got 3 points compared to Manchester City away from home, who haven't been the best.
Yeah, shut your fucking mouth!
Up until the Arsenal game in the League Cup a few weeks ago, where they won 4-1. They can't score many goals away, but in the cup competition, when they beat Arsenal, they did. Away from home in the Premier League, they've only scored more than 3 goals on one occasion, and that was against Burnley. I think that was this season. Well, that was in the cup, so yeah, in the cup against Burnley. But other than that, they've only scored 1 goal or not scored at all in the Premier League. So beating Arsenal in the League Cup could be a bit of a boost for Manchester City. Obviously they played Chelsea, so some goals there would be handy for them, give them a confidence booster. I do think that Manchester United will win this game 2-0, meaning that the Carabao Cup final will be Manchester United versus Tottenham. Repeat or revenge. I hope that's the cup final. I think I'd rather play Manchester United because, yeah, we could just give them another battering. My deathbed's just been made. But yeah, this video's a bit shorter than usual because there's only 2 games, but if you did like it, then drop a like and subscribe to the channel. It helps me out. We're on the road to 850 subscribers. Comment your predictions down below. I'd love to see what you think will be the Carabao Cup final in April. And that's going to be it from me. I will see you guys later. Goodbye.